Especially when they left a mark. Listen, when somebody has touched you in a way, have sexed you in a way that you have never been sexed before. You hear me? When somebody have touched you in a way that you have never felt. When somebody have said the things to you that you have never heard. Oh, it's a wrap. Oh, good luck. That person ain't going nowhere. When somebody has sexed you in a way that you have never been sexed, and you keep that information in your mind, hey Beatrice, that person ain't going. Boy, listen, you ever, man, you all ever had. And the thing is, you all really be trying to forget them. You all be mad at yourself. You be really mad at yourself because you can't forget them. You can't forget them. Stop it. You can't forget them. Stop it. Stop trying. Just let it be. But we got to be careful, man, about who we invite in our lives. Because especially when you invite an abusive person, especially if you try to bring an abusive person in your life, in your home, that person who tells you all, you can never forget them jokers, boy. You can never. I don't care how hard you try. I don't care how long you try. I don't care you can never forget them because they left a mark in your mind. You hear me? They left a mark in your spirit. In your body, the body remembers. Listen, everybody that looks do you notice that some people who looks familiar, those ones that look familiar is people that you can't forget. You will always find somebody who looks familiar to them. Think about it. Them folks that you cannot forget, them people who left the biggest mark. I don't care if it's your father. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your ex-husband, ex-wife. If that person leave a mark, you're going to always be reminded of them because somebody going to look just like them. Somebody gonna talk just like them. Somebody gonna act just like them. Make you feel just like them. And people don't leave. You gotta be careful. When you bring somebody into your life, you gotta be careful because them people stay forever. Them folks stay. They overstay their welcome, but you can't get rid of them because they come to your part of your mind that you have never experienced before. If that is your first experience of that love, like, have you ever had somebody loved you like no other? Oh, Jesus Christ. You ever had somebody love you for no damn reason? Somebody just loved you? And you know what though? At that point, you probably didn't even recognize the type of love until now. And when you look back, you're like, oh shoot. I wish I knew it then. We gotta be careful who we bring to our lives. Thank you, baby. Thank you. We gotta be careful who we bring to our lives, man. Because some people never leave us. Sometimes, boy. And sometimes the ones that you love the most, you're not gonna stop loving them. But you're going to have to find a way to move on without them being there. Seriously. You're not going to stop loving them. Well, how do I stop loving? I get this question all the time. How do I stop loving somebody so I can move on? You're not. You ain't going to stop loving them. And it's okay. See, just because you love somebody still doesn't mean that you have a problem. Thank you, Gail. Just because you love somebody still, it doesn't mean that you're cheating on your current partner. It just means that you acknowledge. Like, for instance, man, when you love somebody who have passed away, guess what? Exactly, Patty. Your thoughts prolong your suffering. Indeed. But when you love somebody who have passed away, oh, no. That picture. I had a lady on here saying the dude she was dating a widower, and her picture was still up in his house. That picture ain't going nowhere. For what? That man or that woman has never done him wrong. That woman who passed away, his ex-wife, his wife who have passed away, listen, that's still his wife. When he speaks about her, he says my wife, but he doesn't say my ex-wife. Because that love don't stop, especially when it was good to you. But you notice that love, man, Lord, that love sometimes, it just don't, it's to be experienced. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, man, you ain't getting that again. Sometimes you ain't getting that again. Or sometimes the problem is you're looking for the same love again, and that same love cannot be found again. It just doesn't, because it's love, but it's not the same one that you expect. People, I will never love again. You can, but don't expect the same love from a different person. You can't expect love to look the same from everyone, because everybody love differently. Everybody talk to you differently. Everybody connect with you differently. You see what I'm saying? Everybody connect with you in a different mindset or a different way or the way how they feel. So you can't find that love again. It would just be different. But you have to accept it. But some of us, we still love our ex, but it doesn't mean that they have a place in our life. And just because somebody does you wrong or did you wrong, it doesn't mean that you're going to stop loving them. Hey, Kay, you're going to still love them. But you just know every time I'm with you, there's some people that you love. There's some folks that you love. That every single time that you all come together, something breaks. And for love's sakes, you do it again, it breaks again. And you do it again, and it breaks again. And you do it again, you don't stop loving them. What you do is that you create distance. I still love them, but I know what's going to happen if we come together. I know what's going to happen. I love you too, Gail. I know what's going to happen if we try again. It just doesn't work. So I'm not going to stop loving you. I'm going to just move on. Because I know even though I still love you, it doesn't impact my relationship right now. And that's the facts. You all think, you really believe that because I love someone else is no, it's not a bad thing. It's a reality. You don't stop loving people. Listen, to stop loving somebody, good luck. You can't stop loving people. So, people ask me all the time, how do you stop loving no, I can't teach you to stop loving somebody. I can't teach you to stop loving people. That's not teaching. Because when you stop loving people, man, love is removed from you. A lot of times it means that you're going to try your best to get angry. You're going to try your best to be, resentful. You're going to try your best to be bitter. You're going to try your best to be disrespectful. You're going to try your best to be dismissive. You're going to try your best, and it's going to make it worse. It makes it worse. It makes it so worse. And we just have to understand that. And if you become bitter on the outside, you become bitter on the inside too. And listen, but seriously, man, I get questioned all the time, man. You become bitter on the outside. Yeah, indeed. Listen, many of us are trying to stop loving somebody right now. You're forcing yourself to stop loving somebody. Some of you are forcing yourself to stop loving somebody. Some of you right now are trying is anybody here trying their hardest to stop loving somebody? You're trying so hard. And how is it working? How is it coming along? Stop trying to stop loving people. It doesn't work, man. You are wasting your energy. Instead of trying to stop loving somebody, move on. Take that energy and love yourself. Take that energy of that hate and anger. Listen, convert it into love. Love them anyways. I'm telling you, you have to love them anyways. You gotta love them anyways. You have to love anyway. Especially if you love deeply, man. Listen, real love don't just disappear. It just doesn't dissipate and it stays there for a long time. It stays there for a long time. Good, Maria, how are you doing? It stays forever too, and sometimes it's so annoying, right? But to be honest though, when you really love somebody, right, and you see them moving on, oh, god damn. Listen, especially when they're screwed up. Especially when they were the one who screwed up. Especially when they're screwed up and you see them moving on because you have to let them go. Even though you have to let them go, you really don't want to see them move on. You really don't want to. And it hurts you, but you know that they have to move on. You know that it has to happen, but you can't allow it because now you feel, hey, listen, I get phone calls all the time. I get clients all the time. Kirk, I'm done with him. I've been done with him for 6 months, but he talking to somebody else. He talking to someone else. And I'm like, yeah, because ain't you done with him? Yes, but why you gonna meet somebody else? I don't understand. And it's hard. It doesn't matter. Listen, it's hard, man. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. Mind what you speak. I'm telling you, it's so hard. Listen, it is so difficult to watch somebody that you love move on. I remember, man, when my wife had divorced me. Because, my ex-wife divorced me, boy. She was done with me. You hear me? I'm being honest with you all. I'm just being a little transparent. Can I be transparent right now? My ex-wife left my ass, boy. Left me. I ain't gonna lie. I deserved it. I was acting the ass. And she said, I'm done. I said, please come back. She said, no, you crazy? What, am I stupid? I said, what you mean? What you mean? Come back. And she said, boy, please, leave me alone. I said, please come back, please. She said, I'm done with you. I said, please. It's funny now, by the way. I'm not hurt. Not anymore. But she had to do it. I love the fact that she did it. I love that she did it because she had to. Because we both had to move on. Because we both was destroying each other. Because, you know what I'm saying? I love you to Belinda. We both had to move on. Because we just... Listen, sometimes somebody hurts you so much that you just can't find it in your heart to do good with them. You can't, you just cannot find, listen, they do you so bad sometimes. And no matter if you stay, you cannot find it in your heart to do good to them. And so it ruins the situation. It ruins the relationship anyways, because you cannot be who you want to be because you are hurt. That's why I said you can never meet that same person twice, even if you is the same person. You can never meet that same person twice, even if it's the same damn person. And that's the real deal. And I know I have done so much wrong to my ex-wife. I couldn't meet her again. I couldn't meet when I met her, she was so innocent. Amazing. She's still amazing. Nothing have changed. But when she looked at me, she saw the threat. I became the threat. And no, even though she tried to love me, she did, but she didn't trust me. And it wasn't flowing naturally. And all we did was bit tit for tat. We just hurt each other. So we couldn't expand because we was in a tight little box. So there was no expansion going on in both of us because we were both hurt, and I hurt you and I focused on you, and I'm thinking about what you're doing, and she's thinking about what I'm doing and this and what I'm doing, and you probably do where you at, and FaceTime me when you're here and FaceTime me. Listen, I had to let you go. We had to let each other go. When you can't expand in a relationship, we have to stop. And no matter how much I love you, because we've been married for 14 years, and it wasn't that we didn't love each other. It's just the hurt has been so much. And sometimes we can't get back from it, man. Seriously, we can't. Sometimes you cannot get back from it. And so you have to move on. And boy, I was like, please come back. She's like, no, I'm done. Please come back, God, please. And you beg for them to come back. And it's not because you want them back, but it's because that's your comfort zone. I'm be honest with you. This is your comfort zone. This is what you know. And even though I'm hurt, even though I don't feel safe here, even though I don't feel respected, right? Even though I don't feel loved, it's what I know. I know you. And I hope one day you will change. I hope one day you do better. So let me stay. And we end up staying years and years and years and years and years. And we realize, boy, I was begging her back. She never came back. I'm safe and strong. Hey, listen. And then one day, boy, I saw her moved on. I saw her with another dude. And let me tell you, this song right here just did it. This song right here. I met my ex-wife when she was 18. I was 18 too. We met when we are both just joined the army, man. We were 18 years old. And that was my first love, boy. I loved that little girl. And she loved the heck out of me, boy. When I saw her with that man 14 or 15 years later, 16 years, I was like, oh shit. God. Listen, ain't no man want you. Thank you so much, Rocky. Ain't no man want you until you see you with another woman. Ain't no man a man will not want you as much until he will never want you as much until he sees you. Oh, another man treating you better than he did. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Rocky Heart. Thank you. And when I saw her with him, I knew he was gonna treat her right. Oh, it hurt me. Oh God. And you know what though? You know what? Hey, Ella, how you doing? Here's the bad thing, right? Here's the bad thing. When I knew that I saw him and her together, I was like, that's a damn good man. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, God dang it. Damn, she beat me. She evolved. Damn, she found better. Oh, Lord, why? Let me tell you what happened, man. Listen, I'm being transparent, okay? But it's a little funny. I'm being honest. It's not sad for me right now. It's actually a beautiful thing because she has someone now that she loves. Praise God, right? I'm happy for her. But here's what happened. When she told me she wanted a divorce, thank you. She told me, Kirk, I'm done. I want a divorce. I'm like, please, let's work it again. Let's try again. She's like, no, I'm done trying. So I'm like, okay, fine. Since I'm in the military, while we going through this divorce, I don't want to face you. You know what I mean? I don't want to see you. I don't want to face you. So let me tell the army, send me on a deployment. I don't care what happens. I could lose my life. I don't care. Send me somewhere that I don't have to face this, because this hurts. When I came back from that deployment, man, we was already divorced. I came back a year later, we was divorced. The second week I came back, The second week, thank you, Ella, thank you. The second week I came back to the country of the US, I went to eat by myself because I was always alone. I went to eat by myself. I went to eat alone. And I look up. I was in, you all know what Cracker Barrel is? I was in Cracker Barrel. And I looked up. I sure did, Rocky, many times. When I looked up, I saw my ex-wife and her new man. Dude is tall. I'm not tall. I was like, God dang it. He has a higher rank than I do. I said, come on, man. You hitting me hard. I'm like, you hitting me really hard. More money than I make. I said, oh my God. And she looked at me and she came over to my table. I said, why you have to come over here? Come on, I'm by myself looking pitiful, eating my breakfast. I'm like, come on, seriously now? You want to come now? And she's like, hey, Kirk. And he is back there waiting, smiling, because he knew she don't want me no more, right? He knew she don't want me. He knew she's done. He knew that's it. You know, I'm better than you. That's my new woman. Lord have mercy. Boy, that day I felt, the man she has a better woman. She has a better man than me. Boy, that tore me up. You hear me? That tore me up. But I realized, man, you cannot have that woman, you can't have the same woman twice. Once you break that woman, she ain't coming back the same woman. And that's why after a while, we just have to part ways. And that's when you learn the next one, you got to know differently. The next one, sometimes, unfortunately, I'm be honest, sometimes, unfortunately, that man will treat the other woman better. Because the one that he learned from was you. You taught him the biggest lesson. And you can't stand it. You're looking at his other woman, or his next wife, and you don't understand why does he treat her better. And you begin to feel bad. You begin to feel terrible. You begin to feel like my value probably ain't high enough. You taught that man, the next woman, don't do it again. That shit hurts. It hurts, don't it? It hurts. And so he had to now learn. It's not that he don't love you no more. See what I'm saying? Yeah, we asked why. Thank you for the gifts. It's not because he never loved you. It's because he never knew how. Some people sometimes, well, you don't understand what the hell you're doing. We're blind. You see her crying, you see her hurt, but you do it again. Because you don't understand what hurt. You're just being dramatic. Sometimes you just don't know. And I'm not making excuses by any means. But I had to understand, boy.